Good morning, everyone. I'm Dani702, and today's adventure brings us to the Pioneer Saloon in Good Springs, Nevada. Good Springs is also home to the famous Pioneer Saloon. It was built in 1913 and one of the oldest saloons in Nevada. Now, coming to the Pioneer Saloon is like stepping back in time. Local businessman George Fayelle was the man behind the saloon. He also built a cafe and a hotel next door. And what he built here was a place for locals and miners to come enjoy after a hard day of work. It's still in operation as a saloon today. It's seriously like stepping into the Wild West. But it's not a facade, it's all real, and most of it is still original. So much has taken place here at the Pioneer Saloon. It's been open for over 105 years, and there has been movies, shows filmed here, video games inspired by the saloon, gunfights, ghost stories, a lot of different tales. I've never been inside. I'm really excited to go in, have a bite to eat, something to drink, and cool us down in this hot 100-degree weather. So let's go check it out. We're here in the Pioneer Saloon. It's as Old West as you can get in here. A lot of the things in here are original, like the original brass railing right there where you're gonna put your feet while you wet your whistle. The stove here is also original from the opening. I believe the flooring and the actual building is original, as well as some of the tables. There's a lot of stories that were built here. For instance, there is a sad connection with old Hollywood. Clark Gable and Carole Lombard had a very romantic love affair in the mid-1930s, even though Clark Gable was married at the time. The affair went on for a couple of years that way until Gable got a divorce from his second wife and then shortly married Carole Lombard. On January 16th, 1942, Lombard got on a plane heading back to California, and the flight had landed in Vegas for a really quick fill-up, then made its way out. But the plane unfortunately had gone off route and crashed into a peak not very far from here. Then the search party had made its base camp here at the Pioneer Saloon, and Clark Gable came here right away and waited at this bar for 3 whole days. He waited on the word of his beloved wife, but sadly all 22 passengers on board were killed in the incident. Gable did remarry, but they say that he was never the same. The list of the passengers that were on board. I read that there are marks on the bar where they say he was here for so long. He had a cigarette in his hand and he was nodding off, and it left some marks. And you can see the burn marks on the bar where Clark Gable was when he was waiting for the word of Carole Lombard. There's people sitting there now, so I don't want to disturb them. And can you guys see the 3 shots right there? 1, 2, 3. Well, this was due to an act of cheating during a poker game. In 1915, Paul Koski was playing a round of poker, and it was apparent after he'd been winning quite a few games that something was going on, something fishy. So he was questioned about it. He was asked to roll up his sleeves, and not wanting to cooperate, he took a jump at the dealer, and the dealer took a few shots at him and killed him instantly right here. So right about where Eddie's sitting. I'm looking for that no good cheating blacksmith. You seen him? On the weekends they have live music. And I know sometimes they throw events like wedding parties and whatnot. Check this out. It says it's a time capsule. To be opened 2114. This guy here looks like he's about to challenge me to a duel. Draw, partner. Good Springs is just about 30 minutes before you arrive in Las Vegas when you're driving northbound on the 15 freeway. The town was named after Joseph Good. He was a local rancher. It once was a busy mining town that brought prospectors from around the country because of the assortment of mining they had in the hills. They mined lead, silver, zinc, copper, and even gold in this area. Most of the town was built in 1910, at the time the railroad boom was taking place. Then mining slowed shortly after World War I, and people started moving away from Good Springs, but there are some buildings still intact today. Check this out, Good Springs Cemetery, circa 1890. The sign here states that the Robinson family in the early 1900s donated this land for the town cemetery, and it's to be used only for burials of bona fide residents of the town of Good Springs. This stone in memory, it's a salute to brave hearts. It looks like maybe people that were residents of Good Springs but also served in certain wars like the Spanish-American War, World War I there, Korean conflict, and World War II. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. Oh, check this one out. John C. Malcolm, born in 1856, and he passed 1916. It's a mother and son burial. She was born 1830 and passed away in 1918. And then Norman Prince, 1875 to 1936. It's very peaceful here. Pretty serene. The Good Springs Elementary School opened in 1913. It's still used as an elementary school today. It is Clark County's oldest school to be still in operation, and they even still use a real school bell every day when class is in session. The elementary school is listed on the National Register of Historic Places as well. This building looks like it was completely burnt down. And look at these buildings, they're kind of like little shacks. I have no idea what they used to be. I read that a lot of the buildings not only picked up and went somewhere else, but a lot of them were burnt down. Think it works? Fail. I kind of love Good Springs, Nevada. I love the Old West vibe that you get here, and the people have been really friendly, but they've stopped to tell us about different things that were here and where to check out next. Here's another historical marker telling you a little bit about the town. Stated that it was a mining town around the time of the booming railroad. Really cool town. I think it's so cool that it is so close to Las Vegas as well. This area looks like it used to be a spot where there was quite a few things. Might have been burnt down. I do know that they had a couple hotels here back in the early 1900s. A place where the ladies can entertain the prospectors and miners. I wonder what they used to use this for. If anyone knows what it used to be, go ahead and comment below, because that's pretty cool. The inside of that building, what is this? Is it limestone? I'm not sure. It's really weather worn, but it's still up. The door was open. They even have a rock here propping it open, so they walked in. There's a post here stating that this is where the Old Spanish Trail was from 1829 to 1848. So people would travel this trail from Santa Fe, New Mexico, all the way to LA. How cool is the Pioneer Saloon? We got to take a step back into the Wild West. We learned some stories that date back from 1915. We ate some good food. Check them out online. I do see that they offer different types of tours, like ghost tours, haunted stays, and you can encounter maybe some of the miners that still come to the Pioneer Saloon. But that does it for today's adventure, and thank you for coming along. I will include my links to my Patreon and my Instagram in the description box below. Now don't forget to subscribe for more adventures in Las Vegas and the surrounding areas, and we'll see you soon. Bye!